Hello everyone. I am Kayalvari, an alum of PGPX at IIM Ahmedabad. I scored a 700 in my GMAT with 2.5 months of preparation. There have been many people that I have been helping with their GMAT journey and the MBA application processes. So, from all those, I have gathered 5 predominant mistakes that people do in their GMAT preparation journey. So, let's get started. The first mistake, like the very first one many people do, is to get overwhelmed by the amount of resources that are available for preparation. When I say this, if you just start your journey and you Google GMAT resources, you ask every friend of yours who has been on this journey, each one suggests a different private player who sells you courses, apps, and then, whatnot, everything, books, preparatory materials, tests. There are like vast amount of resources available for GMAT. Now, how not to get overwhelmed by it and really focus on what will really help you? So the answer is there is an official material that is for GMAT preparation, that is the official guide. So my humble and very earnest suggestion is always that use official guide problems for practice. I used only official problems, official guide of this year and official guides of previous years, the quantitative review and the verbal review. Some questions from official sources which are displayed in the GMAT club. You can filter and use only the official problems. Using these problems, you can practice for even years if you want to. There are so many problems available from official sources. So for practice, please do not get overwhelmed by the resources that are available online as private player framed questions. That being said, for concepts, it is always good to take a book or even an online coaching if you can afford that. So while choosing an online coaching, be careful that it also caters to Indian non-native speakers, right? We are not English speakers, our needs. So if you can pick something that someone close to you or have gone through and can vouch for it, then it will be great. If you want some suggestions, you can reach out to me also. I can refer you, put you in touch with some online coaching classes. But again, totally your decision on taking one online coaching or following one book or material for all your conceptual preparation needs. It doesn't matter which private player you go to, just focus on whether they really give you good material to catch hold of concepts. That's the only thing. And then this is about the first mistake. The second mistake that we are going to discuss today is about mock tests. I have done a separate video on how to make mock tests work for you, but the mistake that most people do is to put off or keep postponing mock tests till they have achieved perfection. They think mock tests are to be taken only when you are almost perfect, done with your, they think of it like revision tests when you have back at school, right? Only very close to public exam you will have revision exams. No, our school system was right. We should have quarterly, half-yearly exams, something like that. So by each term, try and take a mock tests so that you can see the progress at the pace at which you're progressing, and you will realistically know where you stand. And also for mock tests, please don't take private players and use it as a gauging mechanism. Use only the official mock tests, which are 6 in number. 2 are free and 4 you can buy from the official mba.com site. So use only those mock tests for your progress tracking. That really helps. The third mistake that people do in GMAT preparation journey is to try analyzing the algorithm of the adaptive tests. GMAT adaptive tests is totally not very predictable. Many private players have been trying that. See, imagine if you and I are going to try tracking it, wouldn't have these major players who have loads and loads of money in this game, wouldn't they have tried to track it already? no one has been able to crack it, and you are not going to be able to. So don't try to really overanalyze how many questions should I get wrong, get right to get a 700, 750. Nothing. It is not worth it at all. Just, keep in mind that it also depends on the kinds of questions you get, the difficulty level of questions that you get, how many continuously do you do right or wrong. There are multiple things. So if you get easy questions one after the other, then also don't get scared that you have done the previous questions wrong. Nothing like that. So just don't have this algorithm at the back of your mind. Don't try to be over smart, trying to overanalyze things. Focus on getting the questions right, which is totally under your control. The rest are not under your control, right? And then the mistake number 4, right? It is the balance between accuracy and speed. So many people are afraid of doing timed practices, or they start doing timed practices too early in their stages of preparation, where accuracy goes for a toss if you try and manage time, and time goes for a toss if you try to be accurate. So what helps is, in the first half of your preparation, which means till you take like 3 official mock tests, I would say focus on accuracy. It is okay if you take a longer time, but once you have gone through that first stage and you're going to the second, you yourself will know that you're getting better at accuracy. Then plan for timed practices. Do any question that you solve with a timer, and I think you'll be, or club 20 questions together and plan the timing accordingly, and try and finish within the time. So this is another thing. Not knowing where to balance between time and accuracy is another mistake that people do. The last mistake, but it's not the least, very important one, is thinking GMAT preparation is one size fits all. Never. So most of the advice or suggestions that I give here are, generally generic. I'm not very specific on how my journey was. But, if you start talking to people, some people might have done, all quant preparation together, verbal preparation together. They might have alternated. They might have done night preparation, day preparation, work, weekend, a lot of things. So don't get overwhelmed by what people have been suggesting. Really focus on trying to make a plan that is realistic and workable for you. That comes only by trying again and again till you come up with the approach. So these are the 5 mistakes that everyone has to avoid in their GMAT journey. So I hope you avoid these mistakes and do a great job with GMAT. All the very best.